everyone, I'm Savannah Little, and this is the 10th anniversary of the Battle of the Builders presented by Mothers. I'll be with you all week showing you the latest updates from SEMA as well as everything going on behind the scenes with the Battle of the Builders. Come on, let's go check this out. And of course, I can't kick off this amazing week without first picking up some gear from the SEMA store. If you know me, you know I like my snapbacks. So if you've been walking around the SEMA show, you've noticed all the incredible art around the show. All of the artwork is done by Chip Foose. And what's really cool is this year, we actually offer shirts with his artwork on them. And I love that you get to take that home with you this time. Take a little piece of SEMA artwork home. I love it. What do you think? Is it me? All right, everyone, it's time to catch up with Ryan Dyer and his 1953 F100 Young Gun entry.
I'm super pumped to be here, and it's an honor really to win a golden ticket and get to present my truck in front of everybody. It's a 53 Ford F100. It's got a turbocharged 427 from Texas Speed in it, 4L80 trans, Terminator X management system, makes almost 800 rear wheel. Got a Crown Vic front suspension, Speedway 4-link rear end, 12-inch Curie under it, and some other goodies really. It's air-to-water setup and a lot of custom bodywork touches that I really liked and tried to showcase what I could do.
Well, who are some of the builders that you are inspired by or that you admire in the industry?
Probably one of the biggest ones, and the reason I'm here is Kyle Tucker, for sure. He gave me some words of advice 2 years ago, and it was incredible, to say the least. He said, you know, just do it, you can make it happen, and believe in yourself. And I'm sitting here.
This year at SEMA, there's something new happening. SEMA Fest is this Friday and Saturday at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds. Come check out live performances from the Hoonigans, Nitro Circus, and live music from Imagine Dragons, Incubus, Ludacris, and more. Get your tickets before it's too late, guys. What's really interesting about these cars, so many of the Corvette purists hated them before they came out, just hated them, hated the idea of a mid-engine Corvette. And I was kind of on either side of the fence, but my mom actually owns one of the first generations of these, and I took it out on track at Road Atlanta, and I was blown away. It was absolutely phenomenal. It handled so much better than I anticipated. Based on the tire stagger, I thought it was gonna understeer like an absolute boat, and I was really impressed by the car. So any naysayers out there, I say give them a shot. It's pretty rad. It's pretty radical. Chevy definitely knew what they were doing with this one. This beautiful 1965 F100 was put together by Logan Adkins. Let's go find out what it's all about.
Last year we actually had the opportunity to compete in the 2022 season with the 54 F100. So as I left, I said, man, I have got to get back there. So here we are, goal for the last year, and I'm just stoked to be here. I want to drive and show people what I can do, right? So the last build was shiny, kind of a well-finished build. This is more of a raw build. So I wanted to show tons of custom metalwork, bead rolling, lots of fabrication, and that's kind of my my mantra, what I want to show and what I'm proud of. So this build kind of embodies that. And really wanted to just take it to the next level. Part of building this truck this year was being able to connect with some of those sponsors, right? So I took that stage last year, SEMA Battle of the Builders, and said, hey, this is what I did, and took that and kind of ran with it. So even the opportunities that it's afforded me in the last year, you know, I said, I've got to get back there and strike that up again. So like I said, just stoked to have those opportunities and keep running with them. For the most part, a custom chassis, so Triangular 4-link in the back. It's all on air ride. Front clip, front suspension is off a modern G-body S10, that kind of geometry. So it had that modern drivability. As far as the custom metalwork goes, so it's got close to 1,000 feet of bead rolling in it. So lots of hours in getting that dialed in. So even at that, I will tell you, there's a panel or two that I did remake, believe it or not, because yeah, it takes a lot of detail. Can be pretty frustrating at times, but again, just wanting to showcase those abilities.
Last year, DeLorean teased us with a prototype rendering of an all-new DeLorean. And this year at SEMA, they've brought it to us in the flesh. This is an updated version of a classic car, and it is so cool to see it with all the modern technology.
Well, this one is actually a resto mod of the original classic DeLorean,
Really?
which we've been getting asked for lots from our customer base, that they wanted more performance, more brakes, more suspension. This car's actually been under development for 6 years, and we finally managed to get it finished and bring it here so we can do the reveal. The feedback that we're getting from the people, they love it. You know, they love the wheels. You know, when you look at the wheels, they look identical to the original, but the 17 and 18-inch diameter, just bigger. And we didn't want to change the exterior of the car at all, because that's what people know, and that's the DNA of a DeLorean, is the stainless and the gull wing. So we've kept that. But then the things that people have been asking for, more performance, better electronics, better interior, better suspension, we've gave them all what they've asked for.
We're about to find out who made the cut. Before we do, I want to introduce SEMA's Vice President of Marketing to reveal our top 40. Please welcome RJ DeVera.
Hey everybody, I hope you know it's a super special year for Battle of the Builders this year, 10 years. This is a great place to network. You can't get any more connected than being here. So meet your competitors, find some sponsors hopefully, make the good pitch, and here we go. So top 40, without further ado, let's roll the video.
Spent 6.5 years building this car with my dad and my uncle, and then I learned a lot along the way. Ended up learning how to block and sand and actually paint, and then doing all the fabrication work, welding. The hardest part was finding parts for this car, because it's not a very popular Nova, the 75 to 79 year. Finding body panels that were rusted, or trying to make do with what you have. We tried to pick something that we haven't seen before.
How long have you been working on this project?
This project was started 9 months ago, February 1st, so it was pretty quick.
Wow, February 1st.
Well, this truck's been in the family for 35 years, but when my dad bought it when he was 16, he drove it to high school and throughout college. And then back in 2000, he got a bright idea to make an extended cab and do a late model bed. So it was a truck and magazine truck. Back in 03 is when it was in a couple magazines. And then my grandparents had it, and they'd put 40,000 miles on it, traveling all over the U.S. in it, Route 66 and a bunch of shows. Then we got it back 2 years ago, and after coming to SEMA last year, I wanted to bring something a little nicer than what I did the previous year. So I talked him into letting me build his truck. So I took a running driving truck and cut the entire bottom half of the truck and fabricated pretty much everything on the bottom half of the truck. So
this is my third year as a judge, and it's both an honor and a curse. Every one of these young guns that I judged here this year, they're all winners in my book. For me, it was such a launch pad for my career in 2018 when I won, and it made such a difference. So now it's kind of my way of giving back, being the judge. There's a mixer here in 20 minutes, and these young guns get a chance to rub shoulders with, honestly, some of the best veterans of our industry. You can learn more in that 20 minutes, having a cold beverage than you could in a lifetime of just trying to look from the outside. One of the things that I love is to kind of walk past the Young Guns Corral in the morning, because I remember when I was a young gun, I was there out as soon as I could sneak into the SEMA building. I was primping my car. I was pitching that thing to people will remember. I pitched that thing to everybody. I lost my voice by Wednesday completely because I was here to give it my all and win this dang thing. And at the end, if you want it bad enough, you'll go get it. So I love to see a little tenacity in these kids, and I love to see them shining that thing up, presenting it, and everybody that walks by at SEMA, it could be the CEO of SEMA, it could be the CEO of your next big sponsor, it could be average Joe that wants to tell you about their 57 Chevy. Every opportunity is an opportunity to sell your story and get better at what you're doing, and eventually it'll become second nature, and you'll be what we call a professional in the industry. You'll be in the hot rod category, and you won't sleep because the competition is so intense.
And that's a wrap for day one here at SEMA Battle of the Builders. It was an exciting day. We found out who our top 40 were, and tomorrow we're going to get to find out who makes it to the top 12.